Well, we've gathered up the records, and we've got them all for you today. For the next hour, we're going to be going back and looking into the past, which we always do, right here on Country Party Time. Hi, everybody. My name is Lance Hawkins, and for the next hour, we've picked out some jewels. And I do mean some jewels. We got music from Mel Tillis, Carl Perkins, Dick Curless, Glenn Douglas, Bobby Hodge, Flatt Scruggs for all you bluegrass fans. And we're just going to have a ball, y'all. Let's get started right now with a song that I remember first hearing a few years ago by Curtis Potter. And I obtained a Bear Family reissue of early Johnny Paycheck numbers that he recorded under the name of Donnie Young, and was surprised when this song was on here because it's such a great song and I didn't realize that he recorded it. But recorded he did on Decca Records. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, Donnie Young, The Story Behind the Photograph.
Photographs are lifetime souvenirs, and there's one I've kept for many years. It assures me there are no regrets. It's the girl you taught me to forget. Once I wanted her so desperately, and one day the letter came to me, said goodbye there in one paragraph. That's the story behind the photograph. So, and my heart just couldn't let her go, till the day I saw your smiling face, and I got an angel in her place. You mean more to me than all the world. Just forget there ever was this girl. Let the past compose its epitaph, like the story behind this photograph.
I still feel her arms around my shoulders. I still feel her lips where they touched mine. Why can't I forget now that it's over? The woman that lives in the back of my mind. Now I'll go home to someone that really loves me, someone that's tasted no other love but mine. When she looks into my eyes, will she see her? The woman that lives in the back of my mind. Each man at least one time will taste temptation. Forbidden fruit I've tasted from the vine. No man can live in peace with the memory of a woman that lives in the back of his mind. Each man at least one time will taste temptation. Forbidden fruit I've tasted from the vine. No man can live in peace with the memory of a woman that lives in the back of his mind. Like the woman that lives in the back of my mind.
You're the sweetest mistake I ever made. I've heard it said your life is strong with broken hearts of fools like me who make mistakes and aren't very smart. But I took the chance and threw my life away for the sweetest mistake I ever made. You're the sweetest mistake I ever made. The price of loving you I'll gladly pay. The decent life I lived before you came I'll gladly trade for the sweetest mistake I ever made. There's been many times that you have made me cry, but still you took the cold out of my empty, lonely life. But the things most people treasure I would give away for the sweetest mistake I ever made. You're the sweetest mistake I ever made. The price of loving you I'll gladly pay. The decent life I lived before you came I'll gladly trade for the sweetest mistake I ever made. You're the sweetest mistake I ever made.
Loving you is just an endless circle. You never stop. You're always on the go. And just when I think you're mine, somebody new walks by, and your eyes reveal that old familiar glow. So just forget me the next time around. and be let down. Oh, forget me the next time around. Many are the times that I've forgiven in your so-called search for happiness, while you were counting all the arms that held you tight. I was counting hours of loneliness. So just avoided me the next time around, 'cause I'm tired of dreams that never will come true. Oh, I'd rather be left out than be let down. Forget me the next time around.
Well, that's old Mr. Blue Suede Shoes himself, Mr. Carl Perkins, on a fine country song and proving he can sing a country as well as rock and roll. A little thing called Forget Me the Next Time Around, and he cut that for the Columbia people. Good song by Carl Perkins. Before that, it was Mel Tillis, a beautiful, beautiful ballad. Love the way that was written. A song called The Sweetest Mistake. Then before that, it was Carl Knight and The Woman in the Back of My Mind. And Mel recorded a song called The Woman in the Back of My Mind. That wasn't the song that we heard by Carl Knight. It's a totally different song. And so we wanted to clarify the confusion in case you were wondering, all right? In case it was keeping you up at night. And we started it all off with Donnie Young, a.k.a. Johnny Paycheck, and the story behind the photograph. Well, we've gotten started on a great, great day today with some great country music, so we're just going to keep it going right now. Here's Warren Smith, and this is a song that was banned by some radio stations because of the way he pronounced the word country. Alrighty, I'll let you listen for yourself and see what you think. Here's Warren Smith and Big City Ways.
They took my country girl, so pretty, and taught her the ways of the city. They dressed her up and made her look just like a star. They took the sweetness from my baby's heart. They taught her big city ways, big city talk, big city living, and a big city walk. Yes, they took the sweetest girl and made her cold and hard. They took the sweetness from my baby's heart. The bright lights and the flashy diamond rings and the glamour that the big city brings has made the warmest love so cold and hard. They took the sweetness from my baby's heart. They taught her big city ways, big city talk, big city living, and a big city walk. Yes, they took the sweetest girl and made her cold and hard. They took the sweetness from my baby's heart.
My crazy eyes won't turn away from looking at you. I'm afraid that they don't realize trouble soon will brew. I know you broke a dozen hearts, but what else can I do when my crazy eyes won't stop looking at you? Crazy eyes don't realize, and little do they care. They've overlooked my goose is cooked, there's trouble in the air. It's like a man who plays a hand when he knows he's going to lose, but my crazy eyes won't stop looking at you. I played this game of love and lost many times before, but my crazy eyes keep looking and my heart says try once more. I know I'll be the lonely one, wind up with the blues, but my crazy eyes won't stop looking at you. Crazy eyes don't realize, and little do they care. They've overlooked my goose is cooked, there's trouble in the air. I've got to try love one more time, win, draw or lose, cause my crazy eyes won't stop looking at you. My crazy eyes won't stop looking at you.
This great and mighty nation will sing forevermore of the pioneers, brave engineers, and heroes by the score. But the world of transportation has its own breed just as great. It's the men of steel behind the wheels of the big rigs hauling freight. Listen to the rumble, listen to the roar of the big wheels on the highways from the mountains to the shore. Old Buffalo Bill and Casey Jones would never have the gall to risk their fate on the interstate on a big wheel cannonball. There's a lot of speculation when the big wheels roll at night. Some think their destination is a truck stop on the right, with a little old cat-eyed waitress or a hot shot on the make. But some I know would rather go for a hot chuck wagon steak. Listen to the rumble, listen to the roar, hear the jingle of the jukebox, see the action on the floor. Those giddy-up go-go babies do the monkey and the crawl when a swinging combination plays the big wheel cannonball. Keep my schedule the way most drivers do. It's food and drinks and 40 winks and then go ballin' through. But tonight I gotta hang up, she's the cutest little doll. I'll see you on the straightaway on the big wheel cannonball. On the big wheel cannonball, on the big wheel cannonball. Tonight she's riding shotgun and I warn you one and all, when a devil from St. Louis takes an angel on his haul, don't look for any halo round the big wheel cannonball. Don't look for any halo round the big wheel cannonball.
To be alone with you would be heaven. To see your smile once more would be untrue. But I'm left to myself myself, my sorrow, my pain, a cigarette, a bottle, and the blues. The jukebox in the barroom keeps playing. I see your face in every song that I hear, but there's no help in crying. It's over, it's through. A cigarette, a bottle, and the blues. Lord, I'm crying. Lord, I'm dying. Lord, I'm crying, crying out to you. But tomorrow will come and my life goes on. A cigarette, a bottle, and the blues. Lord, I'm crying. Lord, I'm dying. Lord, I'm crying, crying out to you. But tomorrow will come and my life remains a cigarette, a bottle, and the blues. A cigarette, a bottle, and the blues.
Well, those are three things to avoid at all costs. A cigarette, a bottle, and the blues. They're all addictive, and it's a terrible thing if you get addicted to them. That's a gentleman by the name of Charles Basco. Great song, Cigarette, Bottle, and the Blues. Before that, we heard from the deep voice cowboy from Bangor, Maine, a gentleman who gave us 6 days on the road, or not 6 days on the road, a Tombstone Every Mile. He also did, I think, 6 days on the road as an album track, if memory serves me correctly. But his big hit was Tombstone Every Mile, January, April and Me, Chick Inspector, and many others. Dick Curless on a great truck driving song, originally recorded by a guy named Dick Todd and his Appalachian Wildcats on Decca Records. But that's Dick's record on Capitol, a song called A Big Wheel Cannonball. Then before that, it was Cecil Buffalo and Crazy Eyes. Great song by Cecil Buffalo. And before that, we heard from Warren Smith, starting the set off with something that he did on Liberty Records called Big City Ways. And hope you figured out why he got banned from radio on that particular song. Alrighty, you're in tune with Country Party Time. My name is Lance Hawkins, and I would love to hear from you. If you want a particular song played, I'll try my best to get it on. Or if you just want to say hi, I'll accept that too. All you got to do is get on your email and write to me. My email address is countrypartytime at, it's nlancehawkins at AOL.com. Subject matter, Country Party Time. And we will try to get a particular song on for you, okay? Again, my email address is nlancehawkins at AOL.com. Subject matter, Country Party Time. All right? Alrighty. Okay. Right now, let's hear from the gentleman that is the nephew of Ernest Tubb, and he had a lot of great songs on his own. As a singer, he had one called Used Up Lovin', another called Wheel A-Rollin', and then he also had a lot of others. He had an album called Heartbreak Avenue on the Heartbreak Alley. Heartbreak Alley was the title of the album. And he also wrote the monster smash called Skip a Rope. His name is Glenn Douglas, and this is a fine ballad from him, one called What You Don't Know Won't Hurt You.
If you ever do me wrong, don't ever let me know. Just let me go on trusting you. I have loved you for so long, I could never let you go. Break my heart to find you were untrue. And what you don't know won't ever hurt you, darling. A fool is always happy, so they say. I'd rather be a fool and go on being happy and know the truth and cry my life away. What you don't know won't ever hurt you, darling. A fool is always happy, so they say. I'd rather be a fool and go on being happy and know the truth and cry my life away.
People say I'm the drunk of the town. Every night in this old bar I can be found, trying to drown your memories from my mind. But there's a memory in every bubble of the wine. My eyes are dim, I'm slowly going blind. I can only see the bubble in the wine. Although this is a place to dance and dine, you're the only thing that's ever on my mind. The bubbles in this glass are memories from the past. Your face is in every bubble that I see. I'm getting smaller with each glass of wine I drink. And if I'm lucky, this is what I think. I'll disappear without a single sign, and then I'll vanish in a bubble of the wine. Yeah, then I'm gonna vanish in the bubbles of the wine.
Now don't be crying, you tears of sorrow. I done told you about tomorrow. So don't be crying, it won't do no good. You didn't want me when you had me. Now that you want me, I don't love you. But don't be crying, it won't do no good. Love is such a funny thing, it just can't be explained. Why one day you're up in the clouds, the next out in the rain. So don't be blue and don't be sad, don't be bitter, don't be bad, and don't be crying, it won't do no good. Such a funny thing, it just can't be explained. Why one day you're up in the clouds, the next out in the rain. So don't be blue and don't be sad, don't be bitter, don't be bad, and don't be crying. It won't do no good, no good, no good.
I saw your picture in the morning paper. You were just as lovely as before. Now I know that another's arms embrace you, and every day I die a little more. It's the same old heartaches all over. Every time I see you on the street, it's the same old teardrops all over. How I wish that you'd come back to me. A broken heart, a jug of wine, a memory. It's all I have except these awful blues. I wonder if someday these tears will dry, dear, and this broken heart will love somebody new. It's the same old heartaches all over. Every time I see you on the street, it's the same old teardrops all over. How I wish that you'd come back to me.
Yeah, that's Bill Goodwin on a great song called Heartaches, something he cut for the Mystic record label. And it was a Star Day custom pressing from Denver, Colorado. That was where he was living at the time. He later moved to Nashville and had some success on the VJ and chart labels. The last I heard of Bill Goodwin, he was working, he'd retired, I beg your pardon. He had a talent agency, and he sold it to Randy King, and that was the last I heard of him, and I would love to see him again, because I've gotten a few more of his records, so I'd like to talk to him about those, and he was a very gracious man, and I enjoyed my time spending with him in his home back a few years ago. That's Bill Goodwin again, and Heartaches. Before that, it was Jimmy Rogers Snow on RCA Victor, It Won't Do No Good. And Jimmy Rogers Snow, of course the name Snow, you know that is the son of Hank Snow. And Hank named him Jimmy Rogers Snow after Jimmy Rogers. He was a huge fan of Jimmy Rogers. And he came up in the early 1950s and had a bunch of records on the RCA Victor label. But about 1955 or 56, he gave it all up and became an ordained minister. And he had a little church in Hendersonville, Tennessee, called the Evangel Temple. And it was later changed to the Master's House. And I think he is no longer in the ministry. I think he got out, he retired. And but he did put out a lot of great secular records, and that's one of them, called It Won't Do No Good. Then before that, on Wayside Records, we heard from Bill Floyd and the Bubbles of the Wine. Kind of a little bluesy song from Bill Floyd, and we started it all off with Glenn Douglas, someone else who is, I just noticed this, who is no longer in country music. He has given it up and has become a minister as well. In fact, he has a little thing called the Kitchen Tabernacle, which is online. If you want to see Glenn Douglas Tubb, he is on there. I think it's on Friday nights. And he is a really nice man and a really great singer and songwriter. Glenn Douglas on Decca Records. What you don't know won't hurt you. Good advice, Glenn. Alrighty, let's keep the music going right now. We heard a truck driving song earlier from Dick Curless called The Big Wheel Cannonball. Here's another truck driving song. This is from Johnny Dollar, one called Big Wheels, Sing For Me.
Well, I got this old gal rolling on down the highway, and this sleeper cab is a home away from home for me. We've seen a million miles and a lot of cute, pretty little come-on smiles, but tonight we're headed for Nashville, Tennessee. We've hauled old black coal in West Virginia, Georgia peaches in Georgia, yes sirree. Oh, it's citrus fruit from Florida, hard shell crabs from Baltimore, but when I go, you've got to promise me. Well, I've shifted gears for the last time. Let me high up on a hill so I can see those big rigs rolling by, blowing black smoke to the sky. Let those wheels, yeah, big wheels, Lord, let them big wheels sing for me. Now all my time's been spent out on the highway, while mom and the kids sit at home and wait for me. I've got to make some pay, so it's driving night and day. But tonight we're headed for Nashville, Tennessee. We've hauled them longhorn steers way down to Texas, and in California, them big old redwood trees. It's lobster up in Maine, and wheat on the Kansas plain. But when I go, you've got to promise me. When I've shifted gears for the last time, let me high up on a hill so I can see those big rigs rolling by, blowing black smoke to the sky. Let those wheels, those big wheels, Lord, let them big wheels sing for me. How many times we've rode through Minnesota, Montana, Nebraska, Colorado, Utah too. Well, Arizona's great, and so is the bluegrass state. But tonight, Music City, I'm bringing it home to you. Loneliness has been my life's companion. I've spent more time with her than my family. It's a hard old life I'm living, not much getting, but a whole lot of giving. And when I'm through, you've got to promise me. Now when I've shifted gears for the last time, let me high up on a hill so I can see those big rigs rolling by, blowing black smoke to the sky. Let those wheels, oh, big wheels, Lord, let them big wheels sing for me.
I'm a walking
talking. I just heard the news, and I'm a babysitting with the blues. Thinking, drinking, don't know what to do, and I'm just a babysitting with the blues. Oh, I don't know why I let her go so far away from me. And now I know just how it feels to be the king of misery. But I'll keep thinking, drinking, won't know what to do, and I'll be a babysitting with the blues. Far away from me. Now I know just how it feels to be the king of misery. But I'll keep thinking, won't know what to do, and I'll be babysitting with the blues. And I'll be a babysitting with the blues.
Gonna take my guitar and leave this town. I'm gonna find me a new place to hang around. Baby, I ain't coming back for a long, long spell. This guitar wants to see a new place. I guess, baby, you wanna see a new face. I'm gonna be too far to reach by mail. I tried to change you, but what's the use? You're a red hot mama and you're on the loose. You never tire of a honky-tonkin' around. This big guitar is ringing low. It's all tuned up and ready to go. So goodbye, baby, I'm North Carolina bound. Why, baby, 'cause you turned me down. You thought I'd always be around, but I'm telling you, baby, you got a lot to learn. Me and this guitar's gonna be gone. We're gonna be too far to reach my phone and the honky-tonks. We're gonna have ourselves a time. I tried to change you, but what's the use? You're a red hot mama and you're on the loose. You never tire of a honky-tonkin' around. This big guitar is ringing low. It's all tuned up and ready to go. So goodbye, baby, I'm North Carolina bound. Guitars are singing and they're talking pretty loud. It sure feels good to get away from your crowd. So I'm heading south where I know a gal named Dinah. If the creek's gonna rise and the weather stays fair, it won't be long and we'll be right there in my hometown in the state of North Carolina. I'm gonna take my guitar and leave this town. I'm gonna find me a new place to hang around. Baby, I ain't coming back for a long, long spell. This guitar wants to see a new place. I guess, baby, you want to see a new face. So goodbye, baby, I'm North Carolina bound.
I need the touch of loving in my heart. Touch of love. Oh, touch of love. I need the touch of loving in my heart. Touch of love. Oh, touch of love. Well, wanna feel a funny feeling hit my spine, and know that I'm a lucky cause the love is mine. I need the touch of the loving in my heart. Well, she's gonna have to walk with her swaying hips. She's gonna have to kiss me with her lucky lips. She's gonna have to wear a Miss America sign, just as long as she would be the ever-loving kind, with the touch of loving in her heart. All the kids at school said he was a clown, but to Mary Smith he looked like a prince, and they've been going round together ever since. She felt the touch of the loving in her heart. I need the touch of the loving in my heart. Well, I wanna feel a funny feeling hit my spine, and know that I'm a lucky cause the love is mine. I need the touch of loving in my heart.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's Bobby Sykes. Something he cut for Columbia Records called Touch of Lovin', and that featured the Jordanaires on that, and I believe Grady Martin on lead guitar. A great rockabilly song for you, a little rockabilly-ish, I should say. If they didn't have the chorus on there, it would be a smoking honky-tonk record. Great song by Bobby Sykes. Before that, we went on to the Nashville label, which was a subsidiary of Starday, to hear from Bobby Hodge on a song called Carolina Bound. Then before that, we heard from Bill Hirsch on a song called Babysittin' with the Blues. And we started it all off with Johnny Dollar on a song called Big Wheels Sing for Me. Well, we've heard some rockabilly in the Bobby Sykes song. We heard truck driving music. We've heard straight honky-tonk songs. We've heard just about everything except we haven't heard any bluegrass music. I promised you at the top of the hour that we would play some bluegrass. Well, by golly, we're going to do it with two of the fine exponents of bluegrass music. Lester Flatt, Earl Scruggs, and all the Smoky Mountain Boys on a song called I Had a Dream.
I used to be the toughest guy, Joe. I drank the liquor down and wore the fancy clothes. I bet on the horses and I led a fancy life. I took up with a woman and I left my loving wife. I had a dream, boys, and I can't afford to have it again. An angel said to me, boy, your life is short, and I went sailing through the air just like an astronaut. I saw Jacob and his angel, but it didn't matter. She just sailed right on by with me trying to grab her. I saw the fiery furnace blowing wild with the wind. Someone opened up the door and pushed me in. I had a dream, boys, and I can't afford to have it again. Now you won't see me anymore at Joe. I've lived a life of sin, and somehow goodness knows a horse can run without me for the rest of his life. I'm going home a-begging for to see my loving wife. I had a dream, boys, and I can't afford to have it again. I was lying on the altar looking up at Abraham when he set the fire and the flames rolled around. Moses parted the waters and I thought I was free, but the red rough sea rolled over me. I had a dream, boys, and I can't afford to have it again. No, I can't afford to have it again.
The other day I walked out on the street. I happened to see a pretty young woman, a little bitty boy, and he looked back at me. See the big man cry, mama, that's what I heard him say. See the big man cry, mama, he looks like his heart would break. I followed them to a pet shop window. The little boy stopped to see. He looked up at her, said if I had a daddy, he'd buy that puppy for me. See the big man cry, mama, that's what I heard him say. See the big man cry, mama, looks like his heart would break. I wanted to tell him I was his dad, and he sure had a pretty mom. But the judge had said I could never see them or things I'd said and done. See the big man cry, mama, that's what I heard him say. See the big man cry, mama, he looks like his heart would break. Son, as you grow older, you'll find someone who's dear. Just stick by her, take care of her, and you will never hear. See the big man cry, mama, that's what I heard him say. See the big man cry, mama, he looks like his heart would break. See the big man cry, mama, see the big man cry.
You can't be true. I should have known this before. Now this aching old heart just can't take it anymore. Now here you are knocking on my broken heart's door, but I don't feel at home in your arms anymore. Once I was the only one your arms would hold. Now it seems your arms are not the ones I used to know. My home was in your arms. Now what am I living for if I don't feel at home in your arms anymore?
I was the only one your arms would hold. Now it seems your arms are not the ones I used to know. My home was in your arms. Now what am I living for if I don't feel at home in your arms anymore? Oh no, I don't feel at home in your arms anymore.
Her throne is a bar stool, and her king is a big fool who keeps on buying round after round. Now when the band started playing is when she talked me into staying. Then the queen of temptation showed me how she won her crown. God didn't make the neon lights, and I didn't make it home last night, for I found someone to love me when I'm down. And no time was spent on pleading, 'cause she went right to the needing. When the queen of temptation showed me how she won her crown. Her eyes caught my attention, and other things that I won't mention. And the honey of sweet hell kept me in town, 'cause that lovely devil's daughter could make a fish swim out of water. And the queen of temptation showed me how she won her crown. God didn't make the neon lights, and I didn't make it home last night, for I found someone to love me when I'm down. And no time was spent on pleading, 'cause she went right to my knee. When the queen of temptation showed me how she won her crown. Yes, that queen of temptation showed me how she won her crown.
Well, that's Brian Collins on a great honky-tonk song called The Queen of Temptation. And before that, we heard Win Stewart, something he cut for Challenge Records called I Don't Feel at Home in Your Arms Anymore. And that was a sort of a takeoff on an old gospel song called I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore. That's Win Stewart, one of his, I think that's probably one of the last Challenge records he recorded. That featured the great steel guitar work of Ralph Mooney and also the great bass guitar work of Merle Haggard. Merle was part of Win's band for a little while and recorded with him. One of the first records he did. And there he goes, Win Stewart and the Tourists, as they were known. Then before that, we heard from Bobby Wayne Loftus on a thing called See the Big Man Cry, a song written by Ed Bruce, and then was a big, big hit for Charlie Louvin. In fact, that was that and the song called I Don't Love You Anymore, of course, was the first two hits that he had after he and Ira broke up the band, the Louvin Brothers. Then before that, starting us all off, was Lester Flatt, Earl Scruggs, and all the Foggy Mountain Boys, and I Had a Dream. And that's going to be it for today. Mama says I've got to come home and bring my records with me, so I got to do what she says, okay? But we'll do this all again next week with more great country music right here on Country Party Time. My name is Lance Hawkins. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll see you down the line.